Today we're diving into a lesser-known chapter of medieval history, the Norman Conquest of Ireland. While many are familiar with the Norman Conquest of England in 1066, few know about the complex and turbulent invasion of Ireland a century later. Join us as we explore how the Normans attempted to conquer Ireland, the resistance they faced, and the lasting impact of their actions on Irish history. Our story begins in the mid-12th century, a time when Ireland was a patchwork of rival kingdoms and chieftains. Unlike England, Ireland was not a unified nation, but rather a collection of independent territories, each ruled by its own king. This political fragmentation made Ireland vulnerable to external interference. The catalyst for the Norman invasion of Ireland was a dispute between two Irish kings. In 1166, Diarmait mac Muircheartaigh, the king of Leinster, was expelled from his kingdom by a coalition of rival Irish lords. Desperate to reclaim his throne, Diarmait sought help from the Norman lords of England, offering land and titles in exchange for military support. Enter Richard de Clare, better known as Strongbow, a Norman lord who saw an opportunity to gain land and power. In 1169, with King Henry II's tacit approval, Strongbow and his Norman forces landed in Ireland, beginning the first phase of the Norman invasion. They were soon joined by Diarmait and his followers, who together launched a campaign to retake Leinster. The Normans quickly proved to be formidable opponents. Their military tactics, fortifications, and heavily armoured knights were unlike anything the Irish had faced before. By 1170, the Normans had captured the key port city of Waterford and soon after Dublin, establishing a foothold in Ireland. Diarmait mac Muircheartaigh regained his throne in Leinster, but his alliance with the Normans had far-reaching consequences. When Diarmait died in 1171, Strongbow claimed Leinster for himself, prompting other Irish kings to realise the growing Norman threat. In response, High King Ruaidhri Ua Conchobar of Connaught led an alliance of Irish kings in an attempt to expel the Normans. However, the Irish were unable to mount a coordinated defence. The Normans' superior military tactics and the disunity among the Irish chieftains allowed them to consolidate their power in the east. Fearing the emergence of a powerful rival in Strongbow, King Henry II of England decided to intervene directly, asserting his authority over both the Normans in Ireland and the Irish kings. In 1171, Henry II arrived in Ireland with a large army. His goal was twofold: to establish English control over the Norman lords in Ireland and to extend his authority over the Irish kings. Many Irish chieftains, wary of Norman expansion, submitted to Henry, acknowledging him as their overlord. Henry established the Lordship of Ireland, effectively making it a part of his Angevin Empire. But Henry's intervention did not bring lasting peace. The Normans continued to expand their influence, building castles and asserting control over more territories. The Irish chieftains, though weakened, continued to resist, leading to a prolonged period of conflict and instability. Over the next century, the Normans would spread further into the west and north, but their hold was never absolute. The Norman invasion of Ireland was far from a straightforward conquest. The rugged terrain, fierce resistance from local chieftains, and the difficulty of maintaining supply lines made it a challenging endeavour. Additionally, the Normans themselves were not always united. Internal disputes and power struggles weakened their efforts to establish firm control over Ireland. Despite these challenges, the Norman presence in Ireland had profound and lasting effects. The introduction of feudalism, new agricultural practices, and the construction of stone castles transformed the Irish landscape. The Normans also intermarried with the local Gaelic nobility, creating a unique Anglo-Norman culture in Ireland that would endure for centuries. In conclusion, the Norman Conquest of Ireland was a complex and multifaceted event. It was marked by both conquest and assimilation, conflict and cooperation. While the Normans never fully conquered Ireland, their legacy is still evident in the country's culture, architecture, and political history.